Arthur Ray. So what are we to make of this high-profile case so far? Monica Lindstrom is an attorney who's been following this trial very closely for us. Good morning.
Good morning.
You were saying from the get-go that this is not going to be an easy case for prosecutors.
It's not an easy case. The prosecutors have to be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, which means they need to convince every person on that jury that James Ray knew that someone could die, and he basically just ignored that risk or didn't do anything about it. He consciously disregarded a substantial risk of death. And that's very difficult to prove, especially when the witnesses that they've shown so far had testify are very competent. They've testified that they could have left at any time, and in fact several of them did leave and came back into the sweat lodge. So they've got a very tough burden to prove right now.
Who does it benefit when some of the witnesses are saying that they were trying to please Ray?
Well, I think it benefits both sides. It's all what the jury is going to decide.
Right.
When they say that they were trying to please James Ray, it helps the prosecution show that he had a lot of influence or control over these people, that they weren't able to just do whatever they wanted to do. They were mentally incapable of doing that. But then again, it also shows help for the defense by saying, look, these people were strong enough to want to please him. And with their testifying, they've said, look, we could have left. We knew about the waivers. We signed them. And there you go. So it's right now with the prosecution, they've had about 5 witnesses testify, and every single one of them have been painting the picture of what happened during the sweat lodge and the events leading up to the ceremony. So they're kind of getting the background information out. And that's going to help them continue to show that he had some kind of influence over these people.
Now, you mentioned the documents. So far, we haven't heard too much from the defense, but
No.
The one thing they did say is that they all signed documents and they knew the risks.
Right.
How damning is that for the prosecution?
Well, they said that they've read the waivers and that they signed the waiver, but they've also testified that they had no idea that they could get hurt or anybody could get hurt. No one told them there's a risk of death here, even though it might have been said on the waiver. They've said basically common sense that they thought, why would he put us in a situation where we could be hurt?
Right.
So they trusted him.
Right.
So that helps the prosecution.
Right.
But the waiver is a big thing that the prosecution's going to have to get over.
Right. What about the fact that there was no medical staff there?
That's a problem. That shows, to me, that shows that he was not prepared, but it also shows that maybe he didn't realize that people could actually die from this. Because you would think that someone with that much money or that's done this before would know to have medical staff on location or on site because something like this could happen. Now, we heard a clip from Dr. Beverly Bum, but she was not a medical doctor, and the nurse that was actually there was not there because of James Ray. They just happened to be there from what I've heard so far.
Well, Monica, we appreciate your insight today, and we look forward to future testimony. The trial gets underway today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it, and we'll look forward to hearing from you more.
Thank you.